Hello children, welcome to Elite Tutorials. So today we will start with geography chapter, and the name of the chapter is India, Location and Physiography. So if we are going to talk about India, we have a lot to speak because we are going to understand not only its location, but we have beautiful mountains, okay, which is called as the Himalayas. That is called as your Northern Mountains. Then you have the Northern Plains. We have Deccan Plateau. We have the coastal regions, and we have islands, okay. Chapter is very interesting, lot of things to remember as your objectives, okay. So please don't panic like how you're going to do with this chapter. I have written very less content on the board. We'll be doing the chapter very slowly so that you understand the chapter really very well. These numbers have to be kept in mind, okay. The name of the mountains have to be kept in mind, okay, the names of the peaks, etc. So we basically will go slowly with this chapter, okay. So let's begin with the chapter called as India, Location and Physiography. India is supposed to be the 7th largest country in the world, fine, and we are supposed to be even called as the 2nd largest populated country, and that we very well know that who is number 1, it is none other than China, okay, and India is number 2, okay, fine. When you come to South Asia, we are the country which is supposed to be the most populated, okay, when we talk about South Asia, fine, not the complete Asia. And we are even called as the largest democratic country in the world, basically, okay, largest. We have a constitution, we have about 400 plus articles, we have about 12 schedules, so that basically makes India the largest democratic country in the world. The biggest democratic country is supposed to be the USA, fine. Okay, now from where has India got her name? It is being told that she has derived her name from the river Indus. Now today river Indus is in northwest frontier, but let me tell you, initially northwest frontier was also India's part. Okay children, before going ahead, you have your textbooks, so keep your textbooks open, fine. And what I'm teaching, just keep on looking at in the textbook and keep on marking, because these are, again I repeat, are very important with regard to your objective questions, okay, like true or false, filling the blank, match the column, etc. Okay, now India has also been called, India is not a Indian word, basically you can say. The religion that has come up in India is supposed to be Hinduism, and the word which is supposed to be appropriate for India is none other than Bharat. So this word Bharat has got its importance in the constitution, and it is being recognized world over. Like yes, people do call it as India, but officially we are given the name as Bharat. So you need to be very, very proud of, not saying that I'm proud of being an Indian, but I'm proud of being a citizen of Bharat, okay, that's very important, okay. Official name of the country. Coming to the location and extent, of course, again you have a lot of numbers out over here. So we start with the land area, a huge number given out over here, fine, it's given in your textbook. Again I am telling you, please mark those numbers. It's given in a box, so that box needs to be completely ready. You need to know how many kilometers and what exactly your country is made up of, okay. Northwest extent, that is right from the north, Kashmir to Kanyakumari. What is the distance? Okay, it is supposed to be 3214 kilometers. When I'm talking from east to west, it is 2993 kilometers. Okay, coastline. Now we all know what's the meaning of a coastline. We are blessed with 3 water bodies. Okay, we have a very huge coastline, and because of which trading is really possible, and because of which we get even very good rainfall also because of the winds that come, okay. So the coastline is 7516 kilometers, which almost begins from Gujarat, you can say right from the Gulf of Kutch. It goes up till West Bengal, okay. So we have a very huge coastline, or you can even call it as a peninsula, okay. The highest point in our Himalayas is Mount Kanchenjunga, okay, Kanchenjunga, sorry. We have in your textbooks the states, and the UT is not the new ones, but now we have 29 states and we have 9 union territories. You can just check with your school teacher whether you go with the new numbers or you go with the textual numbers. Okay, so you can keep it as old numbers also. Coming to Indian subcontinent, when I say Indian subcontinent, India and her neighboring countries make up the Indian subcontinent. So we need to understand her neighbors, and let me tell you, why are we calling India as her? Because it is Bharat Mata, okay? We don't call it as Bharat Pita. Every country is being addressed as a female, okay? Very strong, no? So our country is also very strong. Okay, coming to India, Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka and Maldives make up India and her subcontinent. Okay, that does not mean that we are ruling over them. Oh wow, if it would have happened, it would have been really great. They all have their respective kings, their presidents and their prime ministers, but they are all closely connected to India. So that's why it's called as India and her subcontinent. Okay. North of the equator lies, we lie on the north of the equator, and we have the Indo-Australian plate which is moving under our country, okay, or you can say which is moving in the subcontinent. Now we all know India lies in the northern and eastern hemisphere of the world. Now what are plates? Plates are movement of those rocks, okay, which keeps happening below every country. Now these rocks, if they dash or they collide with each other, the place where they collide, that is the place where earthquakes take place, okay. So every country has got their respective plates. You can't stop having those plates. It is there, okay, always. Fine. Coming to who are the countries in the north, south, east, west? In the north we have China, Nepal and Bhutan. Okay, east we have Myanmar and Bangladesh. Northwest we have Pakistan and Afghanistan, which you cannot forget. We are a large peninsula because we have water body on three sides. The three important water bodies is we have Arabian Sea on the western front, we have Indian Ocean in the southern front, and we have Bay of Bengal in the eastern front. Okay, so that is the reason why we have a huge peninsula. Fine. Okay. Now the last part maybe is not very clear for you to see in the link, okay, but you have the textbooks in front of you, so don't have to worry. I have written everything from the textbook. Okay. Apart from that, we have Park Strait and Gulf of Mannar, which separates India from Sri Lanka. Now this is all going to come even in your map marking, so you need to know Park Strait is from the left side, Gulf of Mannar is from the right side. Okay. Then we have the north, and we are situated in the northern hemisphere and the eastern hemisphere. Okay, yes, please understand that also, very important, because many children, they don't even know that India is located in the northern hemisphere, and they start thinking when this question is being asked. We are situated on the eastern hemisphere of the Greenwich Mean Time. So that's why we say that India lies in the northern and eastern hemisphere of the country. Okay, we have a very important line of latitude passing through our country, which is called as Tropic of Cancer. It passes through Gujarat, actually near Kutch area. I'm lucky enough that I had a view of it. Okay, there was a stone written out over there, and it was written on the road, the the Tropic of Cancer, which is passing, which actually divides your country into two zones, which is called as tropical zone and your temperate zone. Okay, fine. Apart from that, we have an Indian Standard Time which passes through Allahabad, which is at 82 degrees 30 minutes, okay, which passes through Allahabad. That is our Indian Standard Time, so according to which our time is being adjusted. Fine. And of course, the southernmost tip and the northernmost tip of our country, we have the Indra Point and the Indra Col, okay, which is the southernmost tip and the northernmost tip of our country. Fine. So this is all about your India and her subcontinent. Coming to political divisions, again I repeat, as of now we have 29 states and 9 union territories. We have about more than 640 districts, and these districts come under talukas, tehsildars, okay, so they have been taken care by small, like, you know, you can say the gram panchayats, the panchayats and the zilla parishad, then you have the legislative assemblies, and then you have the parliament. So every part of our country is being really taken care, right from the roots to the top level. Okay. Coming to physiographic division. Okay. So this part is over. Again, I repeat, there are a lot of numbers, there are a lot of names to remember. So we go slowly and you learn it very well. We start with the first one called as the Northern Mountains. And when we talk about Northern Mountains, we cannot forget, or rather we have the biggest hero, that is the Himalayas. We are blessed to have the Himalayas. Two reasons: because from Central Asia we will never receive cold winds, so Himalayas are a protect to India, and the monsoon winds which come to India, that is southwest monsoon winds, will never leave the country, because again Himalayas protect, and we need those rains, because then only we receive those rains in the month of June to September, which is called as the southwest monsoon winds. So we are blessed to have the Himalayas. Himalayas are fold mountains. Okay, they are the mountains which came around you can say 10,000 years back. The length of this mountain is, Himalayas is very huge, which starts from the north, it goes up till the east. Okay, it is supposed to be 2,400 kilometers in length. It is about 150 to 400 kilometers in width. It has got complete curvature, that shows it has got different ranges. Okay, so that beautiful and blessed are we to have the Himalayas. Okay, now there are three parallel ranges in the Himalayas, because Himalayas is so huge. Now Himalayas which goes into Bangladesh is basically called as Purvanchal. Okay, at times it is taught in the textbook, at times it is been omitted. Okay, so it's called as Purvanchal. Purvanchal means the eastern Himalayas, ekdam east way. Okay, but हमारे country के लिए three parallel ranges है. Today we will complete with the first range called as a Greater Himalayas. Second one is called as a Middle Himalayas, and the third one is called as a Lesser Himalayas. Okay, starting with the Greater Himalayas, we'll only do that and we'll stop it. And I want you people then to go through everything and understand. Greater Himalayas को हम दूसरा नाम से भी जानते हैं, called as Himadri. Okay, it is the highest mountain range, और यहाँ पे range का height कितना है? 6,000 meters. एक बात हमेशा याद रखो, जैसा नाम दिया है वैसे रेंजेस भी बड़े नंबर से छोटे नंबर के तरफ जाता है. ठीक है, काराकोरम, पीर पांजल, जानकर, लद्दाख are the different ranges. So you have the Leh Ladakh which is happening in the Greater Himalayas. Okay, सबसे important peak, okay, which is in the Himalayas is none other than Mount Everest. Of course, it is even more than 6,000 meters. It is more than around 8,853, if I am not wrong with the number. That is what is the peak out over there. We have K2, we have Kanchenjunga, we have Nanda Devi, we have Nanga Parbat. Okay, beautiful ranges. Okay, we get a chance to see them, at least be blessed that we have these ranges which actually protects us and from our enemies and cold winds. Okay, these mountains are snow-capped mountains forming glaciers. Okay, we all know the meaning of glaciers, ice beds, fine, and you have important ice beds like you have the Yamunotri, okay, Gangotri, etc. Very important ice glacier is Boltoro glacier, located in the Karakoram range, which is the largest glacier. That's why I have written that out here. Apart from that, the different glaciers ka naam is given in the textbook, so you can just read that. The important rivers which is situated in the Greater Himalayas, हमारा west से east के तरफ जाना है हमको, so it is supposed to be Indus. Coming in the middle is Ganga, and going to the east is Brahmaputra. ठीक है, the three important rivers of our country. Yes, Indus is our pride. Okay, fine. Apart from that, we have Kashmir Valley and the Valley of Flowers of Uttaranchal, which is part of the Greater Himalayas. Okay, so I have done with the first part. Okay, initial, you can say the initial part of understanding what your country is all about. You'll be too proud to know that your Bharat is actually a beautiful country. not only with regard to different people living together, religions, languages, unity in diversity, but we have beautiful places which we have to still visit and take the beauty of it. Okay, so I always feel that why go down to Switzerland when you have the Himalayas? We can go there and enjoy ourselves. Okay, fine children, go through the textbook. If there is any doubts, we'll clear them. Till then, take care. Bye.